All right, welcome back. So today we are back on the Xmaxx. Went ahead and got the upper support brace, the one that was broken, 7714X, stated in the last video. And I must say, I've explained this before. See if I can explain it again. Is that for a large scale RC and Traxxas, even though Traxxas, they're more expensive in purchasing these RCs, like the Xmaxx is not cheap. It's gone up in price, and it makes it like untouchable for some people. But like the Outcast went on sale $4.99. Arma was very smart in doing this. $4.99. They got it out to everybody. Just these two parts. This is, $65 for 4 pivot balls. For 50 bucks, I can rebuild this whole RC on anything that breaks. I mean, this thing's $8, $5 for, the upper bulkhead. It's just, everything is just so darn cheap. $5 for the rear bulkhead. $6, you get the bearing carriers. I mean, just anything that you need. She didn't write a price on this, but for the most part, and I have a breakdown of all these parts right here. Those Arma pivot balls were $45.98. Let's see, whatever Arma part this was, that was $31.99. So it's showing that I bought 2 pivot balls, but I didn't buy 2 pivot balls. I'm going to have to ask her on that. But even that, $22.99. 2 of them, $45. I bought all the parts, as you see. $5 for that, $8 for that, $5 for that, $5 for that, $10 for that. Everything I need to fix my Xmaxx doesn't equal 1 Arma part for a large scale RC. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to make people aware that even though you get an RC, like you get an Outcast, you break down, you save up the 500 bucks to get it, maintaining that RC, if you're going to run it hard, like I run the Xmaxx or I run my Outcast 8S, it's going to break the bank in the long run. Where an Xmaxx, you can run it for years and you're not worried about sending it, because if I break something, it's going to be $7 to $10 to fix. That's all I'm trying to get across. And that's why I titled my last video, rebuilding an Xmaxx for $50. Because I beat this thing up for 6 months straight. I bought this one brand new. Bone stock, still running the stock ESC, still running the stock motor, everything on it. I put a light kit on it, like everything on this is stock. I did upgrade the gearing because I wanted more speed, more air control. But other than that, this thing's bone stock. And I don't upgrade it. If I break something, I buy a stock part and put the stock part on. Because whenever you're upgrading something to make it stronger, you're putting the stress somewhere else. And that's something I said about like these hinge pins. I don't have them on the front, I put them on the rear, and the only reason I put them back there is because I couldn't get a pin. So they had these in stock, stick them on there, but it's not an upgrade that you need. The stock pins do work fine. If they pull out, it's pulling out because you're crashing hard. Mine's pulling out because the wheels are awfully heavy, and we have a solution for that. But enough of my rambling. I'm going to go ahead and get this brace changed out, because I forgot about the brace, for one. And this brace I had modified to put a Max 6 in here. And then I put the stock ESC back. So we don't need to cut this nub off anymore. I can actually run the factory wires through it again. But $8 for this piece. And I gotta tell you, this is probably the first time I snapped this. I don't think I've ever broken this piece before. I might have a long time ago, but it's not something that's commonly breaking all the time. Even have my lights on this brace. Now we're gonna have to flip this thing over. So as you see, we snapped it off down here. Definitely a bad crash. There we go. This is just for the light kit. And every wire is color coded. White, yellow, red. So we have blue, red, yellow, and then white's not used on this one because white's used for the front. That'll be zip tied right there. This one will be zip tied there. Now I gotta grab some zip ties. This piece is trash. Then we're gonna get into talking about these Cyclone Traxxas Xmaxx wheels, which I've shown the Lewis RC tires before on the Max Slash versus the J Concepts Magmas. These are $240 for a set, beadlock wheels. These are definitely a cheap alternative. They're not calling them a belted tire, but they're anti-ballooning because they have microfiber technology inside the wheel. We're going to give them a shot and see if these will survive on an Xmaxx versus spending $240 for a set of tires I truly do love. They're just a little heavy compared to a set of these. And then the Lewis RCs are half the money that the factory sledgehammers or the Xmaxx tires are. 200 bucks for a set of tires, where you can get away with 120 bucks for all four. So we're going to give these a shot, see if they'll last. I'm not very hopeful in the tires. Like I said, I've shown in the past where wheels just tend to come deglued all the time on the Xmaxx. And is it going to have the rotation I'm looking for? And is it going to have the bite I'm looking for? Right now, my favorite tires are the Sledgehammer Belted and definitely the J Concept Magmas tires. But we're going to get these put on here. We're going to give it a rip today, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, so we're going to finish buttoning this thing up. Just got to add some zip ties. Make sure you taper these so there's a point to them, so whenever you try to work on it, you cut yourself. That's how you get all these look like you're working. So these are 59 bucks for two, 120 for a set. I do like the resealable bags. You can see the rim is twice the size, so low profile tire give you less ballooning, taller profile gives you more ballooning. But J Concepts are belted. These are microfiber enhanced, so I think it's just tape on the inside, stop it from ballooning. It is pretty stiff, so it looks like the profile is about the same on both sides, versus profile's really short in the back, really tall on this side. So definitely like the looks of the lower profile rims with the taller sidewall. But these don't look half bad for 60 bucks. Pretty good price, especially if they last. Now I imagine the glue is going to come undone. So it's showing some removable on the inside, but these don't have that like all their other wheels. That's kind of funny. They got the bolts but nothing inside. So just a cheaper version. I showed on the Max Slash how those had inserts. They don't seem directional, but they really are. See how one pattern's going one way, one's going the other. So this is going to be one side like this. So they are directional, even though I don't see an arrow really on the outside. Cyclones. So this is this side, and that's that side. These literally say Xmaxx on the bag. So offset, everything should be perfect. And they are a lot lighter than the J Concepts. So my hobby store asked if I'd review these because she started stocking this brand. That's why you see me buying a lot of this Lewis RC stuff now. It's something she's trying to give her customers at an affordable rate. Look pretty decent. Got the back of this body's all broke up. But there we go. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next video. We're going to take this out. Temperatures here are extremely hot, 114, 115 degrees yesterday. I'll put in some clips of me driving down to the hobby store. Gotta love when it's 114, 115, because that's what it's bouncing in between outside. So hot out here. Unbelievably hot. Like I said, bouncing between 114 and 115. Getting closer to the desert. Gotta love it. We are on the Autobahn. Palmdale's Autobahn. And the temperature was just so extreme, it's hard to run in those kind of temps. So we're gonna let it cool down, hit the track tonight, and see how this thing does. I will bring another set of wheels just in case these blow off the bead. They don't feel like they will. They feel like they're in a ridge, so I'm hoping that they'll hold up, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. See if an affordable set of wheels on your Xmaxx will hold up versus a stock set. And even my backflip 6S's I went ahead and had to re-glue them. So I'm going to get my outcast put back together, and I think I have all the pieces to get my Creighton M2C Creighton 8S put all back together. But we'll see if we have enough parts. Meanwhile, I want to get out and run instead of just sit here and repair. So we're going to get this done. But like, comment, subscribe. This thing's all back together. No broken bulkheads, no broken arms. Everything should be okay. We'll go out and rip it. So for under 50 bucks, I was able to get this back together. I didn't need to buy the tires because I do have the J Concepts, and I have a set of belted sledgehammers. But figured give these a shot, see if we still get some rotation with the gearing I have in here, because I have 25 tooth pinion, 44 spur, a lot of wheel speed on this RC, and we'll go from there. So we're gonna get this out, rip it, and see if I have the same air control as I do with the J Concepts. Like, comment, subscribe, put your thoughts down below. We'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Driving through here, and I think they're talking about this ridge right here because here's the Santa Monica sign. A lot of traffic up here. So I think it's just this ridge, which is fine. It's tapered, it's not going to bottom out there, as long as there's no speed. So we're talking about this. It's rounded, it's good.
There's only one egg. Come on.
This is health class right now.
That's funny. What is that little thing that's dragging behind it? Doing a wet down.
How's that looking, sir?
Look at the moon.